Welcome to Massive Late Fee. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Massive Late Fee. My name is Mark. With me as always is my girlfriend Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's May 24th, 1997.
Yeah, it is.
It's the last episode we're doing before your birthday, Carol.
It is. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to Carol. What do you think?
About?
Excited about your birthday?
Always. I love my birthday.
Yeah, it's the best, isn't it?
I always make sure I have a good birthday because I had a lot of shitty birthdays when I was a kid. So, I make sure I'm in control now. I'm having a good birthday.
What do you do to make sure that you have a good birthday?
Well, normally I take the day off work.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do that this year, though. And, I just, do things I like to do and, have fun.
We're going to do something you like to do, I think.
Yeah. We're going to eat and sing karaoke. I like to eat and sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have some drinks because maybe we're 21 or a different age.
I think we will have some drinks.
Okay. So we might be 21.
Some big blue drinks.
Or a different age. Yeah.
With fishies in them.
Oh. Okay. Huh. I don't know. I thought I had something. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that was before. That was something I already told the people about.
Oh, so you thought you had
Just-
news, but you didn't have news.
Going over my notes, but we already talked about that. So 2 weeks ago.
What happened to this Metro Times subscription that we're supposed to have here? We should definitely get that.
It starts June.
Okay. So we'll have interesting things to say to you people soon.
Next month, it starts. And I don't, here's the thing. The newspaper is just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
At this point. I don't... So much of it now seems to be, I don't know, politics or sports. And I know how much you guys hate politics and sports.
I hate sports.
So I've kind of decided that I'll just do the jumble.
Okay.
And I don't really look at the paper that much anymore. But yeah.
What's the jumble?
You don't know the jumble?
No.
It's the words are all jumbled together.
Oh,
It'll say something like, the sailor said, the sailor said, oh, this word means, I don't know, broken promises or something like that. I don't know. It's always like some weird joke pun. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
But I wouldn't mean to put you on the spot.
It'd be like a little cartoon, and it says a hint to what the final word is, right?
Okay.
And then they'll have a jumbled other words, no hints. You have to unscramble them, and there's little circles, and the circles are the letters jumbled up of the final word. So you have to take those letters and then make the final word.
Interesting. Sounds like something I would hate.
Yeah.
I'm not good at word games.
You're not?
I'm okay with crosswords and sometimes word searches, but beyond that, no.
I feel like you're just being modest.
Okay. I think you just tend to think nicer about me than is reality, but that works out for me, so I'm not going to fight it. Actually,
we're not getting our copy of the Metro Times until July.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that awful?
It is. They must be back ordered.
It is.
Okay. But that's something to look forward to.
I guess.
Especially because we don't get to talk about Buffy, for ever maybe. Who knows? I don't know if they're going to have more episodes in the fall or what.
If they do have more episodes, it's going to be in September, I would imagine.
But, like I said, sometimes they come back sooner. Because they only had a very short season.
Sometimes they come back.
That's a terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah, based on a Stephen King short story.
Or book. Is it a book or a movie?
It's based on a Stephen King short story. I just said that.
But is there a movie of it?
They made a terrible movie of it.
Okay, then I was right. I thought I was getting my movies confused for a second.
No, and you're right, it's bad.
Cool. I was right all over the place today.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think he's just being nice because it's my birthday coming up, but whatever.
I think Buffy will come back in September, like the rest of the TV shows.
Well, we'll see.
That's what I think.
I'm going to be staring at the TV guide waiting to see what happens. Because, I mean, like it does seem like it could be wrapped up, but I still want more.
I could show you my copy of Variety. Yeah, I read the trades, everyone.
What is happening?
Just
Okay. I was really concerned for a minute.
Anyway, we saw a movie. Speaking of disappointing things, we saw a film.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, it's... Okay, so we saw The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I mean, there were definitely things about it that were not great. And I think...
AKA Jurassic Park 2.
Well, I think the problem this movie has, one of the many problems it has, is that it's, competing with being one of the best movies of all time, and now the sequel comes along, and so our expectations are so high.
Well, yeah, it's not as good as the first one.
No, not at all. But I mean, there's no way it could be because we had never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, how could you match the wonder of believing that dinosaurs were real on film?
I mean, truly though, wasn't it amazing seeing it on the big screen the first time we did?
Yeah, we did that movie for this show.
So no, we didn't.
Yes, we did way back when.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not going to argue. I believe you. You're right.
It came out in 1993, but it stayed in theaters for quite a long time.
So we watched it in 94.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Way back when.
Probably one of the first things we did.
Well, we talked about Jurassic Park in our very first episode because I think it was the number one movie in America still at the time, and then I think a few weeks in, we actually watched it because it was still in theaters and nothing else was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was episode 9. Right before the chase.
Okay. Our cat sprawled out like he was dead for a second. It was kind of funny. So it sounds like you don't like this movie because you said, speaking of disappointment.
Good recap. Yeah, go ahead.
I like it. It's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I enjoyed it.
What the movie has going for it. Special effects are still pretty good.
Yeah.
Ian Malcolm's in it.
Yay.
It features probably everyone's favorite character from the first movie. But maybe too much of him?
You think?
I don't know. We'll see. I like Jeff Goldblum, but we'll see when we talk about it. What else? What else does it have going for it? It's got an interesting third act.
I think that's one of the things it does not have going for it.
Well, here's the thing. The first part, so you mentioned that this is kind of like
it's like two movies, yeah.
And the first movie is just Jurassic Park again.
Basically.
The first movie is your basic sequel, where it's the same movie, slightly different. There's a kid again.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had told me before we went to see this movie, The Lost World, that's where a kid defeats dinosaurs with gymnastics. I would have not gone to see the movie, but it's a little ridiculous.
It is, but still.
So there's a kid again. There's a guy that gets ripped apart by two
Tyrannosaurus
Yeah.
Rexes. Well, that didn't happen in the first movie. The guy got eaten off the toilet in the first movie.
Well, that's the thing. The deaths in the first movie were mostly funny. That one was kind of funny. But there were a couple kind of gruesome deaths in the first one, I guess.
I don't think they were very gruesome.
But
usually,
in this one, it was just fucking carnage.
Yeah,
it was so cruel.
Yeah, I don't think they picked anybody up and ate them on screen like they did in this movie. I think they only did that to other dinosaurs in the other movie.
Yeah, it was brutal in some cases. Some of the kids in the audience were like, near tears.
Yeah.
It was a little too much, I think.
Yeah, well, and like the part where the velociraptors are like just picking them off in the long grass, like
right.
That was kind of creepy too. They all died. They all died. Like there was a lot of people.
Yeah. That's sort of like a horror movie sequence. At least that seemed a little bit better to me because they're just kind of like falling into the grass. You don't see a whole lot.
I really didn't understand though, because the one guy's like screaming like, "Not the long grass, but they were already in the long grass, and they were all in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why didn't anybody listen to him?
One guy got just eaten to death by a bunch of tiny little dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, that was gross. The movie started out with a little girl getting attacked by these teeny tiny dinosaurs, but you don't actually see it. You just hear her screaming.
Well, you hear the mom scream.
Yeah.
In absolute terror.
Yeah. So you think like the worst. This little girl is probably dead, but then Mr. Hammond later is just like, "Oh, she's fine. She's fine."
But that comes right after a part where they're talking about how InGen is lying to everyone to like improve or to keep their corporate image. So it's like, is he telling the truth?
Yeah, I don't think so, because I mean, if a grown man was killed and eaten by a pack of these little dinosaurs, what would they do to a little girl?
Well, the argument that you can make is that the guys were there, like an entire crew of rich, because it was a rich family on a yacht stopped at this island. Okay, apparently, I guess we should get into it. Apparently, there's a second island.
Yeah.
Site B.
Well, no, I think there's like 5 islands.
Well, there's one, but this one had dinosaurs on it.
But they call it the 5 deaths, remember?
No.
At the beginning, when they're on the boat and they're going there, the boat captain is telling them that the island chain's called 5 deaths. And I think it's because all 5 of the islands have dinosaurs.
Maybe they'll make 5 movies then.
Maybe. Anyway, go ahead.
So this is Site B, where they left the dinosaurs be in the wild. And I guess they're supposed to be lysine deficient, so they can't live more than a week without whatever they explain. They just hand wave that away, that explanation in the first movie. This book by Michael Crichton, by the way, was basically rushed into production after the movie was such a hit.
Yeah.
So, not his best work, in my opinion. But anyway, so the argument you can make... okay. Sorry, I'm all confused now. There's a second island where the dinosaurs are all wild, and they're thriving there. No one knows why. So, this rich couple, unbeknownst to them, they stop their yacht off the coast of this island, and they sit on the beach for a while, because I guess that's what you do when you're rich. And their little girl's there, and they've got a staff, like a huge staff for this yacht. They're all on there serving them and everything. Little girl has a little hot dog. She feeds to one of these dinosaurs, and they all crowd around her. She starts to scream. They come running, and then the mom screams in terror, and we don't see what happens to her. The argument that you can make is there's like 7 dudes. They could just start throwing them off, and then run away from them, and they have a boat and a yacht to go back to. Like, the other people, the other adults there obviously weren't killed.
Right.
Because they were able to convey this story and get pissed off or whatever. So you could make that argument. Hammond says she was injured.
Yeah.
Like, so, she could have gotten some bites taken out of her.
Ugh.
But maybe she's okay. It did take a while for them to finally, like you said, basically just defeat him through attrition. Hunt down and, eventually, like, overwhelm that dude.
That's true. It did take them, like, several strikes, whereas they
were all over him at one time, and he threw them all off.
Yeah, and they got interrupted in the first strike on the little girl, so...
Right.
Yeah, you're probably right. She's probably okay.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly want us to believe she is. if they want us to fully, I feel like that's one of those things that's like left to your imagination.
Right.
Are they lying? Are they not? Because if they really wanted us to know, they would have shown her.
Right.
But they didn't. They purposely did not show her, and that leaves doubts. But anyway, so that's how. So I guess InGen's in fucking trouble and everything because they created fucking dinosaurs that killed a lot of people, and so they send a group here, and all of a sudden Ian Malcolm's got a girlfriend, Julianne Moore.
Yeah, Sarah.
And a black daughter.
Yeah, so, and apparently he has a lot of children, and I think he even mentioned that in the movie before, though. He's just a ladies' man, he gets around, whatever.
I guess.
But
he has one funny joke in the movie. The only funny joke. Where he says, he's talking to his daughter or whatever, and he's like, he says something like, your future really depends on this answer, or something like that. What does he say? Where he's like, it's so important for your future, this answer or whatever.
I don't remember what you're talking about, so I can't help.
He's talking to his daughter. We all laughed.
You don't remember what it was?
No, I don't remember the line. They're in the trailer, and he's talking to her. I don't remember exactly what she says or what the situation or question was, but I remember him saying,
"Your future depends on the answer."
It's so important to your future. Yeah. The way he phrased it was funny, and that was pretty much the only funny line in the movie.
Okay, well, it's not a comedy.
No, but there was humor in the first one, stuff that we still remember. Like the must go faster and stuff like that. And
yeah,
are there going to actually be dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour? Like he was the comic relief character, and he can't be that because he has to be the lead of this movie.
Yeah.
And the one guy they got, the photographer dude, I think he was in that movie Rudy. His name's he was in Swingers too.
Okay.
We watched that movie Swingers, right?
Yeah.
Vincent Vaughn. Yeah. He's not he's funny apparently. I mean, he's funny in Swingers. He's not a comedy relief character in here.
Yeah, it's weird.
He's just angry. So there is no comedy. And then we've got Pete Postlethwaite with a fucking hard-on to murder a T-Rex.
Yeah, that was weird too. And like the relationship between Malcolm and his daughter, I think, is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, he calls her a goddess and a queen and stuff. Like, every time she starts getting upset, he's like, my queen, my goddess. Like, who talks to their daughter like that?
I don't know, it's weird.
That's the way you talk to your girlfriend, not your daughter.
Right.
And,
or if you're a lunatic, that's the way you talk to the voices in your head.
Right. And, yeah, the other guy...
Maybe this whole thing's just a fever dream of Ian Malcolm's while he's heaving shirtless, in that pose that he did in the first movie.
What?
He's just, you remember he's got no shirt on and stuff like that.
His shirt's open, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was scary mostly. I mean, like more than anything,
it's a horror movie,
yeah,
essentially.
And I mean, like the first movie was scary, but it wasn't really a horror movie. It was still more of like a thriller.
Adventure. It's an adventure, and then there's a sense of wonder about all this stuff in the first movie. This movie is not at all. This movie, you just want the dinosaurs to die.
Well, no, I actually felt sorry for there was a baby T-Rex.
Yeah.
And I felt sorry for him and his parents. Even though his parents were really fucking scary and killed people.
Pete Postlethwaite broke the thing's leg.
Yeah.
To try to hunt a dinosaur.
He took their baby out of the nest and hurt it and then chained it up. And it's just on the ground crying for its parents. It was like it made me like want to go give it a hug. Like, I didn't.
He caused all these problems, by the way.
Yeah.
The entire movie, the problems of the movie are Pete Postlethwaite's.
Yes.
Who gets to walk out of the movie later being like, no, I think I've been around death enough, and then just fucking leaves. What the fuck? That's not a character arc.
Right? I mean, he changed.
How?
Because he doesn't want to, be around death anymore. He was all about death before.
I guess.
He's a hunter. Hunters are about death.
Yeah.
So.
He's a game hunter. Big game hunter. He takes rich dentists out to kill lions.
But like,
what a fucking hero.
So there's the one crew that Ian is with that's there supposedly to like document. There's another crew sent by InGen because Ian's crew is sent by Hammond.
Yeah, it's sent by Richard Attenborough, who's in the movie again.
Right. The actual
who's in the movie to say this so felt like Michael Crichton just stroking himself off when he's like life finds a way, as you so eloquently put it that first time. It's just like they make a whole meal out of it. It's like I just groaned.
Wow.
Be like if Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi was looking at Darth Vader and be like, I won't fight you because as you so dramatically they put it and touched all of our hearts, you are my father. It's like it really felt over the top.
Right. But yeah, so Hammond asked them to go, and Ian says no, but then he finds out that he sent his girlfriend ahead of him.
Yeah.
As like, almost like, I don't know, blackmail. Bait. Thank you. So he ends up going.
A honeypot.
And then his daughter stows away, so she's there. So that's how they get there. Mm-hmm. This whole other team of assholes, including the hunter dude, is sent by the corporation
run by Hammond's nephew, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's what this dinosaur movie needs is more human antagonists.
Oh, and we momentarily see the children all grown up.
Yeah, they have a little cameo.
It's weird. And I think isn't this their father or something?
Who?
The nephew.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess that's Hammond's their grandfather.
Right.
So no.
Okay. No, he'd be their cousin.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Because that does not really matter.
We need to figure out the Hammond family tree.
Right. Okay, so we've got this whole bunch of people there that is there to take the dinosaurs because stupidly InGen is creating another park.
Yeah, in San Diego.
Like, what the fuck? And so
remember how all those people died on this remote island off the coast of Costa Rica? Let's put it in San Diego.
Right.
You know, like the fucking, I don't know, 7th most populous city in the United States.
So there's all these people on this island, and they're getting killed one by one or, in batches in the tall grass. Right. And then, they end up getting saved. Like, it's only a handful of people that get saved, right? But you also see
Vince Vaughn gets saved, Ian Malcolm and
his daughter and his girlfriend.
The main characters get saved, and I think that's it, right? Everyone else died.
From their party, most of the people in the other party died, but when they are picking them up, they're also picking up the dinosaurs. You see that they're picking up the dinosaurs.
They trapped a T-Rex, and they're bringing the T-Rex on a boat to San Diego.
So you think, at first, the movie's over now. They're getting on the plane. They're being rescued. You think, okay, great movie, good ending, we're done. And then you see that they're taking a T-Rex off the island. And you're like, oh, okay, sequel bait, cool. But no.
No, not sequel bait. It should have been.
Yeah.
But instead, what they did was... So, what happened? That's what I want to know. They load this T-Rex onto a boat, and then this T-Rex, I guess, fucking Jason Takes Manhattan's this boat.
Right?
Like, and we don't get to see it. Eventually, somehow... And when they get... So, the boat crashes into San Diego Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody stupidly picks up one of the... All these dudes are dead on this boat. Somebody picks up the gate release or whatever, presses it.
That was in the hand of a dead person. Right. Just so you understand the carnage that happened on this boat.
He's like, what's this? And then
right.
He pushes it, and the thing opens up, and this T-Rex pops out, right? So it was still contained. Did it sneak out, slowly creep and stalk these, one by one, these crew members, and then just go back to sleep?
No. They trapped it. Last thing, while they were dying, they trapped it down there. And they died holding the button down to keep it trapped down there.
Okay. But how the fuck did it, this boat's intact? You know what I mean? And how did they trap it down there?
Well, apparently the door was really heavy.
How did they get it in there? How does a T-Rex walk around a boat to kill people without destroying the rest of the boats?
Yeah,
I mean, it could tear through the holes and shit like that to get to people, but how does it, like, it can't just, like, creep down corridors. It's the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
You're right. It would have been better with a different, smaller dinosaur.
Like a raptor or something like that. They didn't show it. They just showed the boat crashing. They didn't show it because it's impossible.
Right.
Because it's bullshit.
Right. So now, when you think the movie's over, it's really just starting because now there's a dinosaur loose in San Diego.
Dinosaur.
Right.
Yeah, loose in San Diego.
And now it's a Godzilla movie.
And here's the thing. The first part of it, we disagree on this, obviously. The first part of the movie, I didn't like that much. It was fine, but the first part of the movie is just a rehash. It's just going through the same thing again. The second part of the movie, where you have a dinosaur loose in San Diego, is more interesting to me.
I bet you liked Godzilla.
Because I don't really like Godzilla or King Kong or any of those movies. But I understand what you're saying. It is like a Godzilla movie at that point. But that's more interesting to me because it's different than what they did before. If they had framed this movie on... They went to the island, they grabbed a T-Rex. There's this second island, they went there and grabbed a T-Rex. We didn't see any of that. They just did it with pretty much without incident. Put it in this park, and then Ian Malcolm's, gets a hold of it, or gets, sees what's happening. The trouble gets brought to him instead of him getting brought to the trouble, right? Maybe his daughter lives in San Diego or whatever. And he's like, oh my God, you guys are insane. Mm-hmm. And then it breaks out of there and, rampages through San Diego. I'd watch that movie. Okay. That would be a 10 times better movie than this.
Right.
But, yeah, that's, to me, that's what they should have done. And that was kind of interesting. That's where it got super brutal, though. Fucking thing kills a dog. Like, Spielberg and them, they're like, we're everything to make you sad and cry. Like, they're just throwing it against the wall. Thing kills a dog. And then, like... You see it, the little kid and his parents see it, and they see the dog's, little... The
dog house is hanging by a chain from the dinosaur's mouth, and I'm sorry, I laughed out loud. I thought that was funny.
But what's funny is, the dinosaur leaves, we cut from that scene, right? And I said to one of the kids later, one of the kids that we watched this with, your niece and nephew, I can't believe it ate the dog. And then your niece was like, yeah, probably ate those 3 people, too. And I didn't even think about it, but yeah, those people are probably dead. Because it saw them.
Right. Right. But I mean...
Probably rampaged through that house and ate them.
Here's the thing, though. It's not Godzilla. It's a T-Rex. And they mentioned while it was on the island that once it's fed, it's not going to keep feeding because it only eats because it's hungry.
Yeah, that little dog filled up that giant dinosaur. Was it on a diet? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have a little bite.
Shut up.
It did have some wide hips, so.
Well, also though, it was actually looking for its baby rather than hunting, they said, because they brought the baby too. Yeah. And then they were using the baby as bait to get the dinosaur back.
Right, to get the dinosaur back on a boat.
Yeah, so they could send it away again.
And then it kills the main antagonist, the human antagonist.
But we still have a whole island chain full of dinosaurs at the end of this movie.
Nuke it.
So, yeah.
That's what I say.
I like that solution.
All of them.
Yeah, well, they don't belong in this time.
Yeah, there'll be another movie.
Oh, I'm sure.
This movie's doing really well at the box office. They'll make another one.
Yeah. Money, money, money. But I'm not going to complain. I like it.
It was fine. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it could have been better. Make the movie fucking Jurassic Park takes over San Diego, and then I'd love that. That would be better. Okay, so producers, writers, people in Hollywood, take note. Yeah. For your next film. Yeah, they'll listen to us. It'll take them a freaking 25 years to for them to do this.
Right. For your next film, bring it to the United States for reals.
Well, not for real, on film.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Producers in Hollywood don't actually clone dinosaurs.
Yeah, please don't do that.
All right, well, that is the episode, Carol.
All right, well, you can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com. Mm-hmm. Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com. Mm-hmm. Share the tapes with your friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.